Ladies and gentlemen, we have a young man named Calvin Lake from Lake Brothers Records, Beverly Hills, California. And we're going to talk with him a few minutes about his endeavors and his career. Yes, Mr. Lake, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Calvin Hodge Lake. I was originally born in Charlestown, Nevis, West Indies, but grew up in Antigua until I was age 10. I later moved back to St. Kitts, went to Santa Point High School. After attaining 5 levels in fifth form, I traveled to Anguilla and finished up in the Valley Secondary High School in Anguilla. I went and stayed with my uncle, who's still a businessman named Albert Lake in the Quad Anguilla.
What inspired you to make a career out of music and making your home here in the U.S.?
Well, after I finished the Valley Secondary High School in Anguilla, which is now called Albina Lake Arts Comprehensive School, I found a book in the library called Teach Yourself Songwriting. But before then, I used to always, walk around the village in Antigua and even in St. Kitts and Anguilla, humming melodies, writing, putting, lyrics together. Then, by June '73, I moved to the island of St. Martin on the Dutch side, and I continued writing songs. I worked in St. Martin from '73 all the way to '78. But in '74, I spent a year in Nevis. And during that time, I met a gentleman by the name of Desmond Dorr. I was walking on Main Street in Charlestown, and I heard this singing, and I thought it was coming from off the radio. And when I got closer, I realized it was a live human. And so Desmond, he sang country and calypso. And so we became good friends. And he, showed me some songwriting tips. And at that time, I listened to nothing but American pop music. And so I really was inspired by Gamblin' Huff. Kenny Gamblin, Leon Huff, out of Philadelphia, in the U.S. They had a record label called Philadelphia International Records, who produced the 3 Degrees, the OJs, Teddy Pendergrass, Billy Paul, to name a few. So during that time in 1974, I was in Nevis. I ended up with the nickname Bloodstone. I was imitating Bloodstone, who had a song called Outside Woman. After about a year in Nevis, I went back to St. Martin, and then I got paperwork together, and traveled to Bermuda. I tried to get a visa in Bermuda, but I had to go to Barbados and get that visa. So I traveled back to St. Martin, and after I traveled back to St. Martin, I then got more prepared, and then I took a flight to the island of Barbados. And when I got to the embassy, the personnel say, I will be back in 5 minutes. When they came back, they stamped me a 3-month visa to New York in my passport.
That's the first place you went when you came to the U.S.
Absolutely.
New York?
Yes, New York City, and then but I traveled back to Bermuda, and then I went through New York, through Bermuda, and I spent a week there, and then took Greyhound bus all the way to Hollywood.
Oh.
But during that time in Boston, I visited a company called Five Star Music Master. I used to send my lyrics there and they would put it into music. Anyway, when I arrived in Hollywood, I met a entertainment lawyer named Walter E. Hurst, who gave me a couple of books, how to be a music publisher, how to start your independent record label. I met another gentleman, his name was Forrest Rumatis. He worked with RCA Records, and we became good friends, and he gave me quite a bit of publishing contract, and we did, some business together. And so as time went by, when I got into Los Angeles, I went to a trade school in Utah called the Job Corps, completed my high school diploma, GED, clerical trade, and then I got a trophy for Mr. Ford runner-up, Clearfield, Utah. When I completed, I got $2,400, came back to Los Angeles, got my first job at age 22 as an office manager, but I kept writing. So after I got out in 81, around 82 I bought my first Camaro car, and then I went into the studio and recorded my first song called Get Into the Love Groove. So in 1982, around December, I had a gentleman who worked for Channel 7. He wrote the lead sheet for me at his house, but he was in a hurry, and so he had to go to Channel 7 to work. He was a security guard. So when we got to Channel 7, we used the old piano in the back of Channel 7 station. It was located at Prospect. Right. And after that, I contacted a lady, and she hooked me up, with a producer, gentleman named Basie Green, and we went into a studio called Dr. Musique, and that's where I recorded Get Into the Love Groove. The singer I got, her name was Mary Love, and once I recorded it, about 3 people got hold of the song, and Lark Records, they liked it, which is now called Private Eye, and then there was a gentleman named Wilbur James who connected the song with a company out of Detroit, Michigan called Birdie Records. Okay. And then Birdie Records picked it up, went to the house and made a deal, and tell you the truth, they gave me $10,000 advance. Oh. And then in February '83, that's when we signed a contract. Okay. So about a few weeks later, a friend of mine named Bill Wynn, he worked for Century Fox, produced movies. He said to me, one day I called him up, and he said, "Congratulations." I said, "For what?" He said, "You made Billboard top single hit." Oh. So I called Billboard's office and got a copy of the article, which is on page 64, June 4th, 1983, with one of the Pointer Sisters, who had a song called Ready for Some Action. Actually, I met her before she died. Her name was June Pointer. And then I verified the information, Get Into the Love Groove, Billboard top single hit. And that's where I actually got started. After Get Into the Love Groove, I did a song called You Gotta Work Your Way Up. And then I went independent and set up, I released my first independent record called Marcos Took the Money and Run on SOLG Records in 1986. And 1988, I launched Lake Brothers Records on a single called They Can't Stop Us Now. And then from there, continued before all of the, technological advance came into play. But during the 1980s, I discovered that in the music business, people have no integrity when it comes to money. So I started reading a lot of money books on the stock market. And then years later, I took up a course in the Professional Financial Planning Specialist Program, got a GPA of 4, and continued to read books. And then by 1986, became a permanent resident, and then obtained my citizenship in 2008. And I began to travel to Africa, back to the Caribbean,
Yeah. So at the moment you're an American citizen then?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Right.
good. That's good. Okay.
And still writing a lot of songs.
Still writing. That's great. That's great. Well, it's been nice talking to you, Mr. Lake. We're gonna have part 2, but for now this is part 1, and we're gonna see how well this goes. And we really appreciate the experience that you gave us just by telling us your experience, and it was very inspiring. And we hope to hear more from you soon. And we wish you good luck on all of your endeavors and everything you set out to do.
Well, I want to let you know that now is the luck. You have to earn it.
Great. Sounds good. Thank you so much, and we hope this has been a very inspiring message to those out there who are into the same type of interests, the same type of things that Mr. Lake is into. And thank you very much.
Thank you.